I'm Scott Tibbles with the Investing News Network. I'm here today in Vancouver at the 2018 International Mining Investment Conference. Joining me now is Andrew Pollard, President of the Mining Recruitment Group. Thanks for joining me, Andrew.
Thanks, Scott.
Right, so for those with us, can you tell me a little bit about your company and what you do?
Yeah, so for going on over a decade now, I've worked with junior mining and mid-tier companies and putting together management teams, helping them build boards and helping to hire for projects as they pass through the stages of exploration through to development and into production.
Okay, so obviously you'd be working more in a period when mining companies are growing and there's appetite for new projects and new ideas. How's the workload in 2018, and does that tell you anything about the market today?
Well, you know, I'd like to say it's been a straight shot over the past 11, 12 years, but you know, it's been, I've probably worked in more bear than bull, but that said, things are definitely changing now. You know, mining, it's coming up to a few different things. One, the sentiment has changed a lot since 2014 when not much of anything was going on, to now where we are, where, you know, activities escalating, everything from exploration through to development is picking up in a big part, but also that there's demographic shifts too, where you're seeing a lot of baby boomers now start to take steps towards retirement, which is causing lots of new roles to open up and lots of new opportunities for the next generation to step into CEO and management positions. So my workload's changed to one, of filling roles, to two, you know, where plotting out the future and where companies are going to go in the next 2, 3, 4 years down the line.
Okay, and so with those retirements that you've mentioned, do you think that the mining industry will change much in coming years?
Oh yeah, all you have to do is take a walk around conferences like this to see that it's not a young person's game. You know, demographically, the mining industry actually skews older than that of the workforce of Canada, and that's for a number of reasons, but mostly just due to the cyclical nature of it. And oftentimes in the bear markets, the youngest entrants to the industry get brought in and then spit right back out. So it's only the most senior and experienced professionals that find constant employ. So right now, yeah, there is a bit of a changing of the guard. You're seeing a lot of new first-time CEOs coming in and hitting it right out of the park. In fact, I'm running a panel tomorrow with 2 of them, and you're starting to see the more entrenched management teams moving away from day-to-day duties and going more into consulting or board assignments, which are more advisory in nature.
Okay, and so what do younger generations in mining bring to the industry?
They bring a different outlook. They bring open minds. From what I've seen, I mean, a lot of the more successful young executives that have come and gone don't fit into the molds that you'd see previously for management teams, in the sense that they don't have to be engineers or geologists. You're seeing a lot of just market savvy people that are personable and that are able to really just generate investor demand and think outside the box and build good teams underneath them to fill in the blanks that they're missing.
Okay, and so what are some of your favorite companies right now?
Yeah, so there's, you know, across the market right now, you know, appetite seems to have hit a bit of a stall, but there's a lot of early stage companies which are garnering a lot of attention, and these are, you know, junior microcap explorers, which are more or less like, you know, lottery tickets. But a couple of very promising ones I've heard of are West Haven Ventures, which is WHN on the venture. They just came out with some really encouraging drill results, and they're led by Gren Thomas, who is part of the Canadian Mining Hall of Fame. I think they've doubled in the last week, but they've traded more shares in the last 2 weeks than they have in the last 5 years. And there's assays pending on the rest of their program. So that's one. The other one is Blackrock Gold, which is a brand new company which just acquired a gold project down in Nevada directly next door to the Hollister mine. This project hasn't been drilled in 16 years. And the last time it was drilled was by Teck and Placer Dome. And then for one reason or another, it sat in purgatory despite hitting 100 145 grams per ton, 22 meters of 5 grams per ton, and then just through a bunch of mishaps with previous vendors, it hasn't seen a drill rig since then. So it'll be drilled for the first time in a few months, in 15 years, and I think that if they're able to follow up on the results that Teck and Placer encountered, then this $3 million market cap company is going to be much, much bigger, so it's one to watch.
Fantastic. And finally, so what are you most excited for in 2018 in mining? What have we got to look forward to?
Well, I think you're going to see things continue to tighten up. I can say that from an anecdotal perspective, last year was my busiest year I've ever had, and this year I'm outpacing that probably by 50%. I'm being pulled in too many directions, and what that means is that the markets, despite what's going on with the price of gold, things are happening again. Positions before, or where I used to have candidates lining out the door looking for work, now the pendulum swung the other way, where I'm having to poach people, and it's happening across the board, from investor relations roles to junior geology positions, all the way up to general managers and operating scenarios. So yeah, I just want to see more of the same and see that trend continue, and hopefully have that actually hit the markets one of these days too, and have people make some money.
Okay, great. Well, I think we'll finish up on that note. I'm Scott Tibbles with the Investing News Network, and I've been speaking with Andrew Pollard, President of the Mining Recruitment Group. Thanks for joining me, Andrew.
Thanks so much, Scott. Cheers.